Hello everyone, I'm absolutely thrilled you've picked up 7 Secrets of Super Achievers, Master Effectiveness and Win at Life. This isn't just another self-help book. It's your personal roadmap to becoming the best version of yourself possible. Are you tired of feeling stuck? Do you dream of achieving more, both personally and professionally, but don't know where to start? Maybe you are searching for something that helps you with personal growth and skill development. Then you are at right place. You're not alone. We've all been there. This book is born from years of research, observation, and most importantly, from helping real people, just like you, break free from limitations and achieve extraordinary things. I have included my learnings from thousands of inspiring speeches and books that I have published, which helps to motivate people to achieve their goals. My goal has always been to help people unleash their limitless potential. Inside, you won't find complicated jargon or unrealistic theories. Instead, you'll discover 7 simple yet powerful secrets that, when implemented consistently, will transform your life. We'll explore topics like mastering your mindset, building strong relationships, developing unwavering focus, and cultivating the habits of success. These secrets aren't about overnight success or quick fixes. They're about building a solid foundation for a fulfilling and impactful life. It's about shifting your perspective, understanding your strengths, and taking deliberate action towards your goals. By reading this book, you will. Each chapter is filled with real-life examples, actionable exercises, and insightful stories to help you understand and apply these secrets to your own life. Think of it as a personal coaching session, guiding you every step of the way. This isn't just about achieving things. It's about becoming a better person, more confident, more compassionate, and more capable of living a life that truly matters. Get ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery and transformation. The 7 secrets await you. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Secret 1. Own your story, the power of taking responsibility. Hello friend, so glad to have you embark on this journey. Are you ready to uncover the secrets to a more fulfilling life? Our first and most crucial secret is this: own your story. What does that mean, exactly? It means taking complete responsibility for your life, your choices, and your actions. It's a simple concept, yet profoundly powerful. How often do we find ourselves blaming external circumstances, other people, or even just plain bad luck for our troubles? Maybe we say things like, "I'm not successful because the economy is bad," or "I can't lose weight because my genetics are against me," or "my boss holds me back." Sound familiar? These are all examples of a victim mentality. And while it's true that life throws obstacles in our path and that some circumstances are undeniably challenging, dwelling on these external factors disempowers us. It gives away our control. Imagine a young man, David, who grew up in a challenging environment. His family struggled financially, and opportunities seemed scarce. He could have easily blamed his circumstances for his lack of progress. He could have said, "I'm destined to fail because I didn't have the same advantages as others." But David made a different choice. He realized that while he couldn't control his past, he could control his future. He decided to own his story. He took responsibility for his education, working hard to get good grades and eventually earning a scholarship to college. He actively sought out mentors and opportunities for personal growth. David didn't deny the hardships he faced, but he refused to let them define him. He used them as fuel to drive him forward. And eventually, he built a successful career and a fulfilling life, not despite his challenges, but because of them. Owning your story isn't about pretending that everything is perfect or denying the pain you've experienced. It's about acknowledging your past, learning from it, and then consciously choosing to create a better future. It's about recognizing that you are the author of your life, and you have the power to write a new chapter. When you take responsibility, you empower yourself to change. You shift from being a passive recipient of life's events to an active creator of your own destiny. You unleash your potential and discover the incredible strength that lies within you. Consider another example. Maria lost her job after working for the same company for 15 years. Initially, She was devastated. She felt angry, betrayed, and helpless. She could have easily blamed the company, the economy, or even her own age. But Maria refused to stay stuck in a victim mentality. She took responsibility for her situation. She acknowledged her feelings, but she didn't let them consume her. She updated her resume, networked with former colleagues, and enrolled in a course to learn new skills. And within a few months, Maria landed an even better job, one that was more aligned with her passions and offered greater opportunities for growth. By owning her story, she transformed a setback into a stepping stone. The key takeaway here is simple. You have the power to choose. You can choose to blame, or you can choose to take responsibility. You can choose to be a victim, or you can choose to be the hero of your own story. So, how do you start owning your story today? It begins with a conscious decision to stop blaming and start taking action. It requires honesty, self-awareness, and a willingness to embrace change. Secret 2. Know your North Star, defining your vision and values. Alright everyone, let's talk about direction. Imagine setting sail on a vast ocean without a compass, without knowing where you are headed. You'd just drift aimlessly, wouldn't you? That's how life feels without a clear vision and strong values. Your North Star is your personal vision, the guiding light that shows you where you want to go. And your values, they are the principles that keep you on course, the rules you live by, the non-negotiables. Let's start with values. Think about the people you admire most. What qualities do they possess? Honesty, courage, kindness. These are likely values you hold dear to. Here's a simple exercise. Write down 5 things that are absolutely essential to your happiness and fulfillment. What are the things you simply cannot compromise on? After writing these down, dig a little deeper. Ask yourself, why are these important to you? For example, if you value family, why? Is it the feeling of belonging, the unconditional love, or support? The answer to the why reveals the underlying value. For instance, John, a talented programmer, felt stuck in a job he hated. He was well paid, but miserable. When he identified his core values as creativity and making a difference, it became clear why he was unhappy. He realized he needed a job where he could use his creativity to solve problems that helped others. He eventually transitioned to a non-profit, building websites for underserved communities. His values guided his decision, leading him to a far more fulfilling, purposeful existence. Now, let's talk about your vision. Your vision is your dream, your ideal future. It's not about what you think is possible, but what you truly want to achieve. Ask yourself, if you could create your perfect life in 5, 10, or even 20 years, what would it look like? Where would you live? What would you be doing? Who would you be spending your time with? Be specific, be bold, and don't be afraid to dream big. Write it all down as vividly as you can. Then, craft a personal vision statement. This is a short, powerful sentence or two that encapsulates your desired future. It should be inspiring and motivating, something that you can read every day to remind yourself of what you're working towards. For example, to live a life of purpose, inspiring others through creativity and kindness, leaving the world a little better than I found it. Remember, your values and vision are not set in stone. They may evolve over time as you grow and change. The important thing is to be intentional about defining them, to consciously choose the direction you want your life to take. They are your North Star and your principles. Follow them, and you'll find your way, navigating life with purpose and confidence. Chapter 3, Secret 3, First Things First, Mastering Time and Priorities. Time. We all get the same 24 hours a day, but why do some people achieve so much more? The secret isn't about doing more, it's about doing the right things. It's about understanding that not all tasks are created equal. Most of us get caught in the urgency trap. The phone is ringing, emails are flooding in, and everyone needs something right now. This is often mistaken for productivity. But imagine someone responding to every single email as soon as it arrives. Even though the person may have spent responding to email all day, they were probably not productive, because they are driven by urgency. The key is to prioritize based on importance, not urgency. Think of it this way: imagine an ordinary person wants to learn how to play guitar, but that person is too busy for a long time, because of urgency task at work. After about 1 year he realized that he is living a life with guilt and feel depressed sometime. Now, that person realizes that learning guitar is the most important thing in his life which makes him happy. So, that person should focus on that important task first. How do you do this? First, define your goals. What do you truly want to achieve? What will make a real difference in your life and career? Once you're clear on your vision, remember secret 2. You can evaluate your tasks. Second, use a simple prioritization matrix. Draw a square and divide it into 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1. Urgent and important. These are crises, pressing problems, and deadline-driven projects. Deal with these immediately. Quadrant 2. Important, but not urgent. These are long-term goals, relationship building, planning, and prevention. This is where you should spend most of your time. Quadrant 3. Urgent, but not important. These are interruptions, some meetings, and some emails. Delegate or eliminate these. Quadrant 4. Not urgent, not important. These are time wasters, trivial activities, and distractions. Avoid these like the plague. For example, a deadline for a project with high reward is in Quadrant 1. Planning for next quarter of work is in Quadrant 2. An unnecessary meeting that doesn't contribute to any business goal is in Quadrant 3. Scrolling social media all day is in Quadrant 4. Third, tackle distractions. Turn off notifications. Close unnecessary tabs. Tell people you need uninterrupted time. Batch similar tasks together. Use tools to block distracting websites or apps. Fourth, break down big goals into smaller, manageable steps. Write a book is daunting. Write 500 words per day for the next 30 days is achievable. Fifth, be realistic. Don't overcommit. Learn to say no to commitments that don't align with your priorities. Remember, mastering time isn't about squeezing more into your day. It's about living intentionally, focusing on what truly matters, and creating a life of purpose and fulfillment. Start today. Identify just one task that's truly important and schedule time for it. You'll be amazed at the difference it makes. Chapter 4. Secret 4. The Power of Win-Win, Building Collaborative Relationships. Hello friends. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to build amazing relationships effortlessly? Their lives are filled with supportive connections, and they achieve great things through teamwork. What's their secret? It's the win-win mindset. Win-win is not just about getting what you want. It's about creating solutions where everyone feels valued and benefits from the outcome. Think of it like baking a cake. One person provides the flour, another the sugar, and another the eggs. Each contributes something essential, and together, they create something delicious that everyone can enjoy. That's collaboration. So, how do you build these kinds of relationships? First, it starts with empathy. Try to see things from the other person's perspective. What are their needs, their fears, their goals? Putting yourself in their shoes makes for a better decision-making. Before jumping to conclusions, ask questions, listen actively, and try to genuinely understand their point of view. Imagine this. 2 colleagues, Maya and David, are working on a project. Maya is detail-oriented and wants to perfect every aspect. David is more focused on meeting deadlines and getting the big picture right. They start arguing about their approach. However, instead of getting defensive, Maya takes a step back. She asks David, "What's driving your urgency to meet the deadline?" David explains that the client is relying on them and a delay could hurt the company. Maya understands now. She says, then it is okay to focus on major parts first. By understanding each other's concerns, they find a productive solution where everyone agreed upon. That's win-win. Second, practice effective communication. Be clear, honest, and respectful in your communication. If you have issues with someone, you should speak like, "I feel like," instead of accusing them. Third, master conflict resolution. Disagreements are a natural part of any relationship. The key is to approach them collaboratively. Instead of viewing conflict as a battle to be won, see it as an opportunity to find a better solution. Focus on the problem, not the person. Brainstorm options together. Be willing to compromise. Finally, build trust. Trust is the foundation of any strong relationship. Be reliable, keep your promises, and act with integrity. When people trust you, they will believe in you. Win-win relationships aren't always easy. It takes effort, patience, and a willingness to see things from the other person's point of view. But the rewards are enormous: stronger connections, increased collaboration, and greater success for everyone involved. Embrace the power of win-win, and watch your relationships, and your life, flourish. Chapter 5, Secret 5. Listen to understand, the art of empathetic communication. Have you ever felt like you're talking, but no one is really listening? Or perhaps you've been in a conversation where you just knew the other person was already formulating their response before you even finished speaking. True communication isn't just about talking. It's about truly listening to understand. It's about stepping into someone else's shoes and seeing the world from their perspective. This is the heart of empathetic communication. Imagine this. A friend named Alex is telling you about a tough day at work. They're frustrated because a project went sideways. A common response might be, "Oh, I know how that feels. Let me tell you about," and then you launch into your own work woes. While your intentions are good, you've just made the conversation about you. Empathetic listening would be different. It would start with silencing your own inner voice, your judgments, and your need to relate it back to your own experiences. It would involve truly focusing on what Alex is saying, not just the words, but also the emotions behind them. You might say something like, "That sounds incredibly frustrating, Alex. Tell me more about what happened." You're creating space for them to share, and you're genuinely interested in understanding their experience. Here are a few techniques to enhance your empathetic listening skills. Pay attention, put away your phone, make eye contact, and give the person your undivided attention. Ask open-ended questions. Encourage them to elaborate. Instead of, "Were you upset?" try, "How did that make you feel?" Reflect back. Summarize what you've heard to ensure you understand correctly. "So, it sounds like you felt unsupported by your team when this happened. Is that right?" Be aware of your biases. We all have them. Recognizing them is the first step to overcoming them. Try to approach conversations with an open mind and a genuine desire to understand. Validate their feelings. Even if you don't agree with their perspective, acknowledge their emotions. "I can see why you'd be upset in that situation." Empathetic communication isn't about agreeing with someone. It's about understanding them. It's about creating a safe and supportive space for them to share their thoughts and feelings. When you truly listen to understand, you build stronger relationships, foster trust, and create a more connected world. So, take a deep breath, silence your inner critic, and truly listen. You might be surprised at what you learn. Secret 6. Synergize and thrive. Unleashing the power of collaboration. Friends, we've talked about winning together, about finding solutions where everyone benefits. But synergy takes this to a whole new level. It's not just about fairness. It's about magic. Synergy is when the combined effort of a group is greater than the sum of their individual efforts. It's 1 + 1 = 3, 5, even 10. Think of it like this: you're trying to move a heavy boulder. Alone, you struggle, making little progress. But then, a friend joins you. Suddenly, the boulder shifts slightly. Add a few more people, each with their own unique strength and angle, and that boulder starts to roll. That's synergy in action. To create synergy, remember these key points. Embrace diversity. Seek out people with different skills, backgrounds, and perspectives. A team of yes men achieves little. Value differences. Don't just tolerate different opinions. Actively seek them out. Disagreement can spark brilliant ideas. Communicate openly. Create a safe space where everyone feels comfortable sharing their thoughts and ideas, even the unconventional ones. Focus on the goal. Keep the shared objective in mind. Even with diverse opinions, a common purpose will unite you. Be patient. Synergy doesn't happen overnight. It takes time to build trust and understand each other's strengths. Let's consider an example. Imagine a community garden struggling to thrive. One person is great at planning, another at planting, another at building structures, and another at marketing. Individually, they might have small gardens. But when they combine their skills within the garden, they not only create a beautiful and plentiful space, but also attract more community members to help and enjoy the fruits and vegetables of their labor. That is the power of leveraging each other's strengths. Synergy unleashes potential you never knew you had, both individually and as a team. It's about more than just working together. It's about creating something truly extraordinary. Secret 7. Sharpen the saw. Continuous improvement and self-care. Imagine a woodcutter working tirelessly, sawing away at a tree. Day after day, he strains and sweats, but the tree barely budges. Someone asks him, "Why don't you take a break and sharpen your saw?" He replies, "I'm too busy sawing. I don't have time to sharpen the saw." Sounds silly, right? But how often do we do the same thing in our own lives? We get so caught up in the hustle and bustle that we forget to take care of ourselves. Sharpening the saw means continuously improving ourselves in all areas: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. It's about investing in you. Physically, this means taking care of your body. Eating nutritious food, getting enough sleep, and exercising regularly are not luxuries. They are necessities for sustained energy and well-being. Think of it as fueling up your car. You wouldn't expect it to run without gas, would you? Your body is the same way. A simple 30-minute walk each day, swapping sugary drinks for water, or getting a solid night's sleep can make a world of difference. Mentally, our minds need exercise too. Learning something new, solving puzzles, reading books, or engaging in stimulating conversations keeps our brains sharp and agile. Take a course, learn a new language, or simply read a book on a topic that interests you. Even 15 minutes a day can expand your knowledge and creativity. Emotionally, this is about understanding and managing your emotions. Practice mindfulness, journaling, or spending time with loved ones. Learn to identify your triggers and develop healthy coping mechanisms. For example, before reacting to a frustrating email, take a few deep breaths and consider the situation objectively. Spiritually, this doesn't necessarily mean religious. It's about connecting with something larger than yourself, finding meaning and purpose in your life. Spending time in nature, meditating, volunteering, or engaging in activities that bring you joy can nurture your soul. A colleague, let's call him Dave, was constantly stressed and overwhelmed. He worked long hours, skipped lunch, and never took breaks. He was proud of his dedication, but his performance suffered, and his relationships strained. One day, he decided to sharpen the saw. He started going to the gym 3 times a week, reading a personal development book for 30 minutes each evening, and scheduling regular coffee dates with his friends. Slowly but surely, he became more productive, less stressed, and happier overall. He realized that taking care of himself was not selfish. It was essential for his success. Self-care isn't a luxury. It's an investment. It's the foundation upon which we build our lives and achieve our goals. So, take a break, sharpen your saw, and watch your productivity and happiness soar. Make small, consistent efforts in each of these 4 areas and you'll find yourself feeling refreshed, energized, and ready to tackle any challenge. Remember, you are your most valuable asset. Take care of yourself, and you'll be able to achieve anything you set your mind to. Chapter 8. Ignite your passion, fueling your drive for success. Friends, let's talk about passion, not just the fleeting excitement of a new hobby, but the deep-seated fire that fuels your journey to success. Many people wander through life feeling unfulfilled, like they're just going through the motions. Why? Because they haven't connected with the why. What truly sets your soul alight? What makes you lose track of time? What are you naturally curious about? Asking yourself these questions is the first step to uncovering your passions. Let me share a story. I once met a construction worker, his name was Alex, who felt trapped in his job. He was good at it, but it didn't bring him joy. Then, he started taking evening classes in woodworking. He'd always loved the feel of wood, the artistry of creating something with his hands. Soon, he was spending all his free time crafting beautiful furniture. Eventually, Alex took a leap of faith. He quit his construction job and started his own woodworking business. It wasn't easy, there were challenges and setbacks. But because he was fueled by passion, he persevered. Now, he wakes up every day excited to do what he loves. What's the lesson? Your work doesn't have to be just a job. It can be an expression of your passion. Even if you can't make a complete career change right now, find ways to incorporate your passions into your life. Volunteer, take a class, start a side project. Don't be afraid to experiment. Try new things. You might discover a hidden talent or a passion you never knew you had. And don't let fear hold you back. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. These fears are real, but they're also conquerable. Remember Alex, he was afraid of leaving a stable job, but the burning desire to pursue his passion was stronger than his fear. Find your why, embrace your passions, and let them fuel your drive for success. You deserve a life filled with joy and purpose. Go out there and ignite your fire. Chapter 9, Mindset Mastery, Cultivating a Growth-Oriented Attitude. Hello friends. Welcome to a game-changing chapter. Today, we unlock the power of our minds. We're diving into mindset mastery. It's simple. Your mindset dictates your reality. A fixed mindset believes intelligence and abilities are set in stone. You either have it, or you don't. A growth mindset, however, knows that abilities are developed through dedication and hard work. Think of a young student, let's call him Mark. Mark receives a C on a math test. A fixed mindset would say, I'm just not good at math. He sees failure as a personal flaw. A growth mindset thinks, okay, I didn't do well this time. What can I learn from this? How can I improve? See the difference? It's not about innate talent. It's about learning and growing. How do we cultivate this growth mindset? First, embrace challenges. View them as opportunities for growth. Don't shy away from difficulty. Run towards it. Second, learn from criticism. Feedback is vital for improvement. Don't take it personally. See it as helpful guidance. Third, believe in your potential. You are capable of so much more than you think. Nurture a strong self-belief. Fourth, replace limiting beliefs. Identify negative thoughts and challenge them. Turn, I can't, into, I will learn how. For example, instead of thinking, I am not good at public speaking, think, public speaking is a skill that can be developed. I can improve with practice. Remember, your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Embrace the journey of learning and growth. You have the power to shape your mind and achieve your dreams. Go forth and grow. Chapter 10, Overcome Fear, Conquering Your Limiting Beliefs. Friends, we all feel fear. It's a natural human emotion, but fear, unchecked, becomes a prison. It builds walls around our potential, trapping us in a cycle of self-doubt. This chapter is your key to unlocking that prison. What are limiting beliefs? They are the negative thoughts we hold about ourselves. I'm not good enough. I'll probably fail. I don't deserve success. These whispers, often learned in childhood or reinforced by past experiences, can dictate our future choices. First, identify your fears. What are you truly afraid of? Public speaking, rejection, failure. Write them down. Naming your fears gives you power over them. It brings them out of the shadows and into the light. Next, challenge your limiting beliefs. Ask yourself these questions. Is this belief actually true? What evidence do I have to support it? What evidence contradicts it? Often, you'll find that your fears are based on assumptions, not facts. For example, let's say someone wants to start their own business, but they keep thinking, I don't know enough about business. I'll definitely fail. That's a limiting belief talking. Instead, challenge it. Ask, Is it true that I know nothing about business? Maybe they've read books, taken online courses, or have years of experience in a related field. Even if they lack some knowledge, they can learn. Now, let's talk about action. Fear's greatest weapon is inaction. It keeps you paralyzed, but even small steps forward can break its hold. Start small. If you're afraid of public speaking, don't sign up for a TED Talk tomorrow. Start by practicing in front of a mirror, then with a friend or family member. Gradually increase the size of your audience. Remember progress, not perfection. Every step, no matter how small, is a victory. Celebrate those victories. They build momentum and confidence. Finally, embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Everyone fails. It's part of the growth process. The important thing is to learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward. Don't see failure as an ending, but as a redirection. My friends, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's acting in spite of fear. You have the power within you to conquer your limiting beliefs and achieve your dreams. Believe in yourself, take action, and never give up. The world needs your talents, your passion, and your unique contribution. Don't let fear hold you back. Go out there and shine. Chapter 11. Build your tribe. Networking for success and support. We've discussed owning your story, defining your vision, and prioritizing effectively. But nothing truly great is ever achieved completely alone. You need a tribe. What is a tribe? It's your network, your support system, your cheerleaders, and your honest critics. It's the group of people who believe in you, challenge you, and help you grow. Think of it as building your own personal board of directors. Networking, however, isn't just about collecting business cards. It's about building genuine connections. Here are a few tips. Be genuinely interested. Ask about people, listen actively, and remember details. People can tell when you're faking it. Give more than you take. Focus on how you can add value to other people's lives. Offer your skills, connections, or simply your support. Follow up. After meeting someone, send a quick email or connect on LinkedIn. Be authentic. Don't try to be someone you're not. People are drawn to authenticity. Finding mentors. A mentor can provide invaluable guidance and support. Look for someone who has achieved what you aspire to, and who embodies the values you admire. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for advice. A young aspiring chef, let's call him Alex, dreamed of opening his own restaurant. He began attending local food festivals and volunteering at cooking workshops. These actions weren't just about improving his cooking. They were a deliberate effort to connect with other people in his industry. He met a seasoned restaurant owner at one of the festivals and struck up a conversation. Alex listened intently to the owner's experiences, asked thoughtful questions, and offered his help with some minor tasks. This genuine interest and willingness to help created a connection. The owner, impressed by Alex's passion and work ethic, offered him mentorship, sharing invaluable insights into the restaurant business, from menu planning to navigating the challenges of running a kitchen. Alex wasn't just building a network. He was building a tribe that would support him throughout his career. Your tribe is your safety net, your sounding board, and your launching pad. Invest in building a strong and supportive network, and you'll unlock a whole new level of success and fulfillment. Chapter 12. The Art of Resilience, Bouncing Back from Setbacks. Life, my friends, throws curveballs. Unexpected detours. Setbacks. It's inevitable. The question isn't if you'll face hardship, but how you'll respond. That's where resilience comes in. Resilience is not about avoiding falls. It's about getting back up, dusting yourself off, and learning from the tumble. It's your internal strength, your ability to navigate the storms of life without losing yourself at sea. Let's talk strategy. First, manage your stress. High stress is like quicksand. The more you fight it, the deeper you sink. Find healthy outlets. Exercise, meditation, spending time in nature. These aren't luxuries, they're necessities for a resilient mind. Imagine a professional juggler. They don't just keep adding balls. They learn how to balance and manage what they already have. Next, build emotional strength. This means acknowledging your feelings, even the uncomfortable ones. Don't bottle them up. Talk to someone you trust, write in a journal, or find a creative way to express yourself. Understand that feeling down after a setback is normal. It's a sign you're human. It doesn't define you. And finally, maintain a positive attitude. I know, easier said than done. But positivity isn't about ignoring reality. It's about reframing it. Instead of focusing on what you've lost, focus on what you still have and what you can gain. Think of a gardener whose prize-winning rose bush gets damaged in a storm. Do they give up on gardening altogether? No, they prune the damaged parts, nurture the plant, and help it grow back stronger than before. Resilient people aren't superhumans. They're simply people who have learned to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. Consider John, a small business owner. His company almost went bankrupt during an economic downturn. Instead of giving up, he re-evaluated his business plan, sought advice from mentors, and made some tough decisions. He emerged from the crisis leaner, smarter, and with a stronger business. John's resilience wasn't luck. It was a conscious choice to learn, adapt, and persevere. Remember, friend, setbacks are inevitable, but they don't have to define you. Choose resilience, and you'll transform adversity into your greatest advantage. You have the power within you to bounce back, stronger and wiser than ever before. Chapter 14. Living with Purpose, Making a Difference in the World. Friends, how often do we chase goals defined by society, by our families, even by fleeting trends? We strive for success, wealth, and recognition, and these aren't inherently bad. But what happens when we reach those milestones, only to find a lingering emptiness? This is because true fulfillment isn't found solely in personal achievement, but in connecting to something larger than ourselves. It's about living with purpose. What does it mean to live with purpose? It signifies identifying our core values and aligning our actions with them to contribute positively to the world. Think of your values as your moral compass, guiding you toward what truly matters. Are you passionate about environmental sustainability? Do you believe in empowering underprivileged youth? Are you driven to promote creativity and artistic expression? Discovering your why. Begin by reflecting on what brings you joy, what injustices stir your soul, and what skills you possess that can address a need. Consider your everyday interactions. Can you offer a listening ear to a friend in need? Can you volunteer your time at a local charity? These small acts of kindness are powerful ripples expanding outwards. Let's consider Mark, a software engineer. He was successful in his career, but felt a nagging sense of incompleteness. He began volunteering at a local coding club for underprivileged children, teaching them basic programming skills. He discovered that his passion for technology could be used to empower future generations. The sense of purpose filled the void he had been experiencing and renewed his enthusiasm for his work. Mark's experience is a testament to the transformative power of purpose. Making a real impact. Living with purpose doesn't require grand gestures. It's about finding your unique way to contribute. It could involve mentoring someone, advocating for a cause you believe in, supporting local businesses, or simply treating everyone with kindness and respect. It's about choosing to infuse your actions with intentionality. The ripple effect. Remember, even the smallest act of kindness can create a significant ripple effect. When you live with purpose, you not only enrich your own life, but also inspire others to do the same. You become a beacon of hope and a catalyst for positive change. So, my friends, I challenge you to connect to something bigger than yourself. Discover your why, align your actions with your values, and embrace the profound satisfaction of making a difference in the world. This is the key to unlocking true and lasting fulfillment. Chapter 15. The Superachiever's Blueprint, Putting it all together. So, here we are, at the summit of our journey together. You've explored owning your story, defining your values, mastering time, building win-win relationships, listening deeply, synergizing, sharpening the saw, igniting your passion, cultivating growth mindset, overcoming fear, building your tribe, becoming resilient, communicating effectively and living with purpose. It's been quite the climb, hasn't it? But reaching the top isn't the end. It's the beginning of a new vista. It's time to weave these powerful secrets into a concrete plan, your personal super achiever's blueprint. Let's break it down into action steps that will create a real change. First, define your why. Reflect again on your North Star, those core values we discussed. Why are you doing what you're doing? What impact do you want to have on the world? Write it down. This why will be your anchor when times get tough. Let us say, you want to start a business. Your why might be to provide innovative solutions that make people's lives easier and provide employment opportunity for the people. Second, set one small, achievable goal. Super achievers don't try to conquer the world overnight. They break down big dreams into small, manageable steps. Choose one area where you want to apply these secrets: relationships, career, personal growth, etc. Set a SMART goal: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. Don't set your goal too high. Let's say, you want to improve your communication at workplace. Set the goal: this week, I will listen actively to each of my team member during the meeting, without interrupting. Third, build it into your routine. Habits are the building blocks of success. Schedule time each day or week to work on your goal, sharpen your saw, and connect with your tribe. Don't just think about it. Put it in your calendar. Treat it like an important appointment. For example, allocate 15 minutes every morning for reflection and gratitude, and 30 minutes every evening for winding down and self-care. Fourth, celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and reward your progress, no matter how small it may seem. This reinforces positive behavior and keeps you motivated. Treat yourself to something you enjoy when you reach a milestone. You kept your promise to yourself. Celebrate it. Fifth, keep learning and adapting. The world is constantly changing and you need to evolve with it. Embrace curiosity, seek out new knowledge, and be willing to adjust your approach as needed. If something isn't working, don't be afraid to try a different strategy. Sixth, give back. True fulfillment comes from making a positive impact on the lives of others. Use your gifts and talents to serve your community, mentor someone, or contribute to a cause you believe in. You now have the tools to design a life that is not only successful but also deeply meaningful. A life filled with purpose, connection, and joy. The journey is yours. Now, go out there and create your masterpiece.